Thank you so much. And Chip, thank you for that warm introduction. Thank you for the leadership of your party. And more than anyone else, Chip Forrester is responsible for the enormous success of this evening. Please join me in giving this man a hand. Great job. You know, I think if the interest tonight in Jackson Day is a sign of things to come, and I think we're on track to see this huge increase in engagement of our party across the state, which is exactly what we need. And congratulations to everybody on a great event. And thank you all for being here and supporting our party. I've been pleased to co-chair this Jackson Day with my friend Harold Ford Jr. And it's been a great pleasure, Harold, to be with you again here tonight. And of course, we're honored to be joined by our former Vice President and Tennessee's Nobel Laureate, Al Gore. So to all of you, to the members of the Congress who are here, our legislative leaders, my friend Governor Ned McWhorter, our 2010 candidates in races across the state, not only for governor, but for offices at all levels across our state. To all the longtime friends I've met out there, and to all the new ones, new people in our party that are here tonight, welcome to all of you. This is an exciting time to be a Democrat in Tennessee. Our party is galvanized in ways that I haven't seen in my time in public office. We had a rough patch back last November, but sometimes that's the kind of thing that can be just the clearest clarion call to get us back and roll our sleeves up and do what we're capable of doing. We are seeing Democrats respond to the opportunities out there in Tennessee with a steely-eyed focus that is going to be a great asset in 2010. It's an exciting time to be a Democrat in Tennessee. It is an exciting time to be a Democrat in America as well. In Barack Obama, we have a president who is a transformational political figure. President Obama has the ability to change the way that our country views itself and how the world views us as well. He's doing it with help from a lot of allies like Bart Gordon and John Tanner and Jim Cooper and Lincoln Davis and Steve Cohen. Earlier today, I had the privilege of joining Congressman Cooper at a health care forum just down the block here. And I have to tell you that despite the sometimes fever pitch that's out there on this subject today, we saw that people will respond productively if you can turn an exchange into a conversation and not a shouting match. To all of you in this room, I ask you to help our party promote a respectful public discourse on these issues in the legislature, in the media, and in the Congress. You know, I believe that our democracy, the vision of our founders, is about a lot more than just being a red state or a blue state. It's about trying to find common ground, find the ability to work together and to answer people's concerns. That's what our democracy is about. Republicans have deeply damaged over these past 8 years that view of democracy, and it's up to our party to lead this nation back to the roots that its founders intended. I like to think that we can be the party of adults. We act on things by rolling up our sleeves and getting things done, which is just what voters expect. We've got big challenges ahead here in Tennessee and in this country: jobs, education, healthcare, obviously. We all know people out there who are hurting in this economy, but we also know there's a tremendous sense of optimism. In state government, we're focusing on areas that Chip talked about that are being hardest hit. Places like Perry County, which is just an hour and a half west of here. Perry County had this spring a 27% unemployment rate. That is not a recession, that is a full-fledged Great Depression in that part of our state. And thanks to this Recovery Act, we've been able to step up and provide some much-needed immediate relief there. We're helping people like Scott and Allison Kimball, a husband and wife who found themselves both without jobs after an assembly line shut down in Perry County last year. Now they have stimulus jobs. They know it's not a permanent fix. They know the ultimate fix is turning around the economy. But as we work toward that goal, they've got some income, they've got health insurance, they've got a reason to get up in the morning, and they're optimistic, which is absolutely the first step for all of us on the road to recovery. Now, of course, our economy is ultimately helped to become stable if we can get a healthcare system that works. We can do healthcare right in this country, and Democrats can lead the way in making that happen. This is the party that gave America Medicare. This is the party that gave America Social Security. This is the party that reinvented government and engineered welfare reform under Bill Clinton and Al Gore. Ours is the party that fights for social justice. We fight for clean energy. We fight for public education and every other investment that is vital to our nation's future. We can do health care, and we can do it right. Others have spoken of this, but I want to say I know that everyone's hearts are a little heavier when we think about the loss of Senator Ted Kennedy, who cared so much about so many issues, and certainly including those of health care. And when Ted Kennedy pushed for health care reform, he did it in a civil manner, in a way that favored productive debate. I remembered, as all of us have been thinking about him, that I had the honor of meeting him for the first time almost 40 years ago when I made my very first run for public office. I was just out of college. I was naive about politics, but he made a deep impression on me. Ted Kennedy, like his brothers, understood that we won't always agree with each other, but we can look for common ground and in the meantime have a passionate but civil discourse. To me, Senator Kennedy's legacy isn't just about health care or any of the many landmark pieces of legislation that he championed over the decades in the Senate. The Kennedy legacy, including that of his brothers, it is about inspiration. It's about inspiring America to be more, to attempt more, and most important, to achieve more. Jobs, education, health care, we've got a lot in front of us, but it will be Democrats who get it done. Now, I have the honor tonight of introducing another person who inspired our country in a profound way. We spent a lot of time talking about Democratic leadership tonight. I think Ned McWhorter wrote the book on how to lead from the governor's office. And I absolutely believe that President Bill Clinton wrote the book for Democratic leadership in our White House. I don't want to wax nostalgic tonight, but remember that when Bill Clinton and Al Gore were there, when Bill was at the helm, our nation found itself in a much different place. Instead of the worst economy since the Great Depression, we enjoyed the longest economic expansion in U.S. history with 22 million new jobs created. Instead of record deficits, we had record surpluses. We were lowering poverty and crime rates, record home ownership, record college enrollment. After leaving the White House, President Clinton established the William J. Clinton Foundation, which has been the launching pad for global economic and social initiatives that continue to change our world. Today, 2 million people living with HIV/AIDS are accessing life-saving treatment because of President Clinton's efforts. Through the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, he's tackling childhood obesity. His Sustainable Growth Initiative is helping transform the way businesses do business in the developing world. And of course, if I become detained in a foreign country, I plan to call and ask for his help there as well. President Clinton joined with President George H.W. Bush to spearhead fundraising efforts for natural disaster recoveries, including the 2004 tsunami in South Asia, Hurricane Katrina in 2005, and Hurricane Ike in 2008. He served as the UN envoy for tsunami recovery and most recently was appointed UN envoy to Haiti. Please welcome back to Tennessee our friend, President Bill.